Hello everyone. Today I'll be reviewing the ZXN95 phone, also known as the ZXN, the WQN95, or the 9B or 9S phone. This phone comes in two colors. There's a black version and the silver version. And if you look at it, it actually looks more similar to a Nokia N72 or N73 instead of an N95. Here's the manual, but it's basically pretty useless, so we'll just get rid of that. We'll just talk about the phone a little bit. This phone here is a tri-band phone, and it works on the 900, 1800, and 1900 bands. It won't work on the 850 band, so if that's what you need, this is not the phone for you. It uses a micro SD card, which goes right into this slot right here, and you can get that up to 2 gigabytes of storage. It's packaged with a wall charger, 2 batteries, 1 set of headphones, which actually connect to the USB port down here, and comes also with a USB cable that has its own type plug. If I can just show you this here. Okay, this is the USB cable that the phone comes with. So you can see one is a regular A type connector, and this other one here is just its own whatever made USB connector, which means that you won't be able to use a regular A to mini B USB cables for this phone, and you also can't plug in a regular headphone into it because there's no headphone connector besides the USB cable that's on the bottom of the phone. I'll be giving you pretty much my honest review based on my experience after using this phone for about 2 weeks. And I'll talk about the things that are not good about it, and I'll talk about the things that are actually good about the phone. So I guess one of the most important things is that I have seen small reviews of this phone before on the net. However, they go very briefly into details, and they don't talk much about the main function of this phone, which is, well, being a phone. So we're just going to go ahead and use it as a phone, and we'll try to make a quick phone call here. So if we just go here and get real close, we'll fix that. Okay, alright. Okay, so we have a better view now, and let's go ahead and make a phone call. Now this phone is a touch screen phone, and it comes with a stylus, which you can get out from right here. So let's go ahead and use the stylus to show you some of the touch screen functionality. Okay, let's unlock the phone. And we can go ahead and just click here on the little phone, and we can just go ahead and type in a phone number. And let's press call. So there it is, it's calling my office. And now it's answered the call. So let's go ahead and go with the hands-free.
Operations are from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you know your party's extension, dial it now or dial 213 for assistance.
Okay, let's go ahead and hang that up. So the phone actually works pretty well. As a phone, it's a very good phone. I guess the only drawback that I can see to the phone is that the hands-free speaker option is just not loud enough. You heard it, I set it up to the hands-free, and if you're in a very noisy environment, you probably won't be able to hear it. This is a very quiet environment right now, so you were able to hear that. But let's say if you were driving with the windows down or something like that, there's just not enough volume on this speaker. And that's actually kind of strange, because the speakers on this phone are actually quite loud when you get to play music and videos and such. But we'll have a look at that a little bit later. Okay, another thing I'd like to mention is the actual look and feel of the phone. If you see this, this is a 2.6-inch touch screen, which is pretty nice in size. And the actual look and feel of the phone is actually pretty good. It feels very sturdy. It doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel cheap. Has a nice weight to it. The buttons all work just fine. So it feels like a very nice phone once you have it in your hand. Has a non-slip surface on it, which feels kind of nice. I guess the only thing is this cheap logo here, Enjoy, in the back. Kind of corny. I've seen some phones that don't have that, but you might want to ask the seller if they can give you one without any words in the back. Now, one of the things I was wondering about this phone when I was about to get it, I was quite curious about that, were actually the cameras on this phone. Now, so you can see this phone here has what seems to be two cameras, one in the back and one in the front. This phone is advertised, I don't know if you can focus here, okay, there we go. It's advertised as being a 3 megapixel camera. So all I can say about that is that I guess I forgot to put the dot in front of the 3, because the actual resolution of this phone is 0.3 megapixels. Yes, that's right. We're talking about images of 640 times 480 pixels max. That's the top quality picture this phone will give you. Now, that's far from what it's been advertised as. But if you're not really into pictures, I mean, they're good enough to be sent on emails or MMSs. I'm going to add a couple of links on the right of this video with a couple of picture samples taken from this phone, so you can just have a look at those. The other thing is that, well, you know, this phone, it records video, okay, so we'll just have a look at that. But one of the other questions I had, well, you know, this phone looks pretty nice, you know, having the camera in the back and the camera in the front. So one of my first questions was, okay, you know, is this camera in the front actual working camera? Well, to answer that for you, the quick answer is no. You basically have one single working camera on this phone, which is the camera in the back. Okay, you can use that camera there, take your little picture. Okay, so there you go, you take pictures with that back camera right there. But this little camera thing up here, yeah, that thing right there, let's see if we can focus. Yeah, that little thing there is not camera at all. That's just a novelty. That's something that the manufacturers putting there so that the phone looks more like the Nokia N series. Makes it look cooler, but It has actually no function whatsoever. It's not a camera.